Good afternoon, happy Savage Saturday, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here, and today, guys, we are on episode 144, and we're going to do part one of a four-parter that does the story of Red Sonja, the Black Tower. Now, this is the trade paperback, and this is the first way that I encountered the story and read it. Now, it's not your typical Red Sonja tale. It's from 2014, and it includes a few things in it that I don't generally like in my Hyborian Age stories with Conan or Red Sonja, but the author made it actually work in this tale, and I thought it was pretty good, pretty clever, and I thought it all tied together nicely. And so we're gonna start giving the credit here. Here is issue 1, and we'll do issues 2, 3, and 4 in separate videos. Now, the writer of this is Frank Thierry, and I thought he did a great job. And also to complement that, the art is by Cesar Razak with colors by Salvatore Ayala Studios. Letters by Simon Bolin. Main cover art by Amanda Conner, and main cover colors by Paul Mounds. So there we go, Amanda Conner cover. And the art in this 4-issue miniseries is amazing. I actually really love the art. I thought it was a great picture of Sonja, but we're going to get right into it. As you know, I'll keep putting the pages over here so you can read along with me. But our tale starts out with Sonja on horseback riding into a town, and it says, "My name is not important. What is important is the tale I tell. The tale of the she-devil who wielded a sword. The tale of the warrior woman who shaped the Hyborian Age. The tale of Sonja the Red, and the tale of the day she died." So, someone's telling you the tale of Red Sonja, and we are here to enjoy it. So great opening shots, and we're coming up to some great pages here. Next page, Sonja's continued writing. It says, "But I'm getting ahead of myself. The story actually begins soon after Sonja encountered the apes of Caldera." Yes, encountered was one way to put it. She decided to rest up at Lure. Lure at that point had been a place between places, as they would say. A place of good people. A place where a weary traveler could rest their head at night and expect to find it still attached in the morning. But that was before the Black Tower. And we get a full shot of the Black Tower. Sonja kind of looking up in awe. We just get some really nice pages there. Alright, and then as our story continues, the narrator is still talking. It says, "They say the tower just appeared one day. An empty field one moment, the embodiment of living fear the next. And it was that fear of the strange, fear of the unknown, fear of the unexplainable, that contributed to what the good people of Lure did next." And then you see a battle going on, you see people arguing, and you see someone off panel yelling, "Stop it." Okay, we'll keep presenting you these pages. Now, as the story continues, you see someone impaled on a sword, dead, the sword coming up out of their chest, and the guy standing over them. It says, "Fengar Tolt and his men in particular." And a woman in white, looking very regal, says, "You killed him." And he turns to her and says, "Fengar was the type of man who never stayed in one place too long." And she slaps him, this woman in white that looks like royalty. She says, "Savages," as she screams it at him. And the narration continues, "But that day in Lure, however." So you see Fengar saying to the woman, "Yes, we killed your unholy lover, demon bitch." And then we go to the next page, and Fengar has got her pushed to the ground, and he's tearing on her clothes. Descriptive text says, "Fengar's brand of opportunistic savagery was all too welcome." And he goes, "But we've got other plans for you." And she's already screaming, "No, please." And you see another woman there rubbing her, like grotesquely, just rubbing her cheek with her fingers. Like, why would she condone this, right? And it says feisty, this one. I like that. And Fengar says, that's it. Hold her down, boys. Never had a demon before. And all of a sudden, you hear him say, huh? And there's blood coming out from the side next to him. So here he is, Fengar and his band of ruffians, and they're about to rape this poor woman. They've already killed her mate, her husband, and they're just despicable people. Down here you see the blood appearing from the side. And in the next panel, you just get a great shot of Sonya. We're going to show that real quick, because that's just spectacular. Incredible art. And you see a guy screaming. He just lost his ear to Sonya, and well, basically through his head, he's dead. And she goes, nor will you. This guy falls dead. He just got a blade through the brain, so he's good. And next one is, this guy's laying at Sonya's feet, and she says, if demons these people truly are. And we go to descriptive text. Everything stopped. Everything often did for Sonya the Red. She had that effect on people, that kind of respect. And she points at Fengar, says, you disgusting bastard, answer me. And the descriptive text comes back, and it goes, of course, the problem was, Fengar Tolt didn't have any respect for anything. And you see Fengar with his big face, and he's just going, these people, as you say, if that's what they truly are, came from the tower. That tower, the one that just appeared out of thin air, as he's pointing past her. And in my experience, something like that doesn't just happen. It's the work of demons or wizards or both. And he continues on, which is why, oh great Red Sonya, you shouldn't be looking to stop us. You should be helping us. So he's just he's a despicable person. So you see all the action playing out there. You can see the panels and the shots. And I mean, if you could draw somebody that has a punchable face, Fengar has a punchable face. As we continue to the next page, Sonya's laughing at him, and in one panel, the next panel goes, and he actually lays a finger on her breast, and he goes, step aside and let us deal with this as we see fit, or you're next. And he pokes her again, and she just grins slyly. You see a flash of the blade as his hand's on her breast, and then you see the finger being sliced off, and he screams out, take her, as his finger's missing. And Sonya just, on the next page, she just looks at everyone. She goes, come then. And they come screaming, and Sonya parries the blow of one, headbutts him, breaks his nose, and then slices him open. And he is dead on the ground, and Sonya's sitting there, blade over him. She's like, next. So, the tail's starting to heat up a little bit. And Sonya already cut off the finger that touched her. On the next page, more of his band of ruffians join in, trying to kill Sonya, and we just get well, the first page is just Sonya kicking ass. You see her cut off a couple hands, one of a woman, one of a man in his band, because they have a couple women in too, and they're equally as despicable as the men. She's parrying, she's ducking blows, and they're sometimes taking out each other. One guy rushes her with a giant axe. Sonya parries that, and then she puts the blade straight through his chest. And as he collapses, she says, I do believe that's the last of you sons of Horus. And you hear off panel, not quite, bitch. So here we go. Some fantastic art. And I had never really heard of this guy, but I did enjoy his art in this series. And all of a sudden, she's on the ground with Fengar on top of her. He goes, I hope you didn't forget about me. Now it's time to. And he's got a blade right above her head, and he's trying to push down on her. She's grunting. He goes, eh? He goes, wait, what are you? And he sees a smile spread across her face. He goes, let's see how you fare taking those demon bitches now. And you hear him scream, and she says, swordless. And you know what she just cut. And he doesn't have that anymore to rape anybody with. Next page is the big woman that was with him, and she's like, "Damn you, redheaded slut! and Sonya turns. The woman's got her by the locks, and Sonya turns and just punches her square in the face, right in the nose. She goes, I'm not even going to sully my sword with your blood. And she just drops the woman in a couple punches. So we got Sonya just taking on a whole crew of just foul people. One guy who's now swordless, as he deserves. And as our tale continues, Sonya's in the middle of this battlefield now. All these people down around her. And she goes, now then, is that the end of it? Or is there anyone else? And no one is stepping forward to fight Sonya. She goes, good. Then heed me, people of Lur. I know not what this tower is, but to be driven by fear to attack each other, to attack these people who you know not whether they... And she looks over and she's like, gone. The woman that was in the white is gone. Her robe is there, and she left her tiara is on the ground where it fell off when they were going to rape her. And you see the big woman that Sonya just pounded to the ground. She's just looking at the tiara. And the descriptive text says, despite appearances, Balas Mar was not a stupid woman. And that's the woman that Sonya just put down. She knew when she had back the losing side. And she goes, and you see her grabbing the crown, and from laying on her back, she's like, Sonya is right. And the descriptive text says, she also knew, and Sonya goes, excuse me? These people were not demons or witches. And the descriptive text comes back, an opportunity when she saw one. And as this Balas Mar puts on the crown, she goes, they were gods. And she makes a proclamation. Because she is just desperate to be on the winning side of anything. Especially after just getting her butt handed to her by Sonya. And as we turn the page, this Balas Mar starts talking to the crowd. And Sonya says, what? And Balas says, these people, this tower, they do not deserve our fear. They deserve our worship. Praise be the tower. And all of a sudden, she's getting everybody praying and bowing their heads to the tower. And Sonya's just disgusted by the whole thing. She's like, gods, let the gods take you then. And then our scene changes on the next page. And we're in some kind of medical place where Fengar is being taken care of. And you hear, my apologies, Fengar told. And you see the physician that's attending him say, the damage was too extensive. I'm afraid all we could do was stop the bleeding. We couldn't save ... it. And you just see the anger on his face, and he says, Sonya. So she has legitimately demanded him, and he is feeling pretty foul about it, even though he had it coming. And in our next page, we see a parting shot of Sonya leaving Lur, but that is not where the tale ends, and we are going to catch up with that tale next week on Savage Saturday Comic Review 145. And again, another beautiful shot of Sonya on horseback. Now, it has an intriguing beginning, and this story is going to take lots of little twists and turns that you're not expecting. It's fun. Right now, we just established that Sonya has gone into a town. There's a black tower that appeared. There's people that came from that tower to mingle with the folk that lived there. They were rejected by this band of brigands that was just there to cause trouble anyway. One woman's husband was killed. She was about to be raped. Sonya interfered, took out most of the band except for Fengar Tolt. And the one woman that then swapped sides instantly and started a religion to worship the tower. So we got a lot of things that are starting to get in play. And we also got Fengar Tolt, who's not dead. And he's got revenge on Sonya on his mind. And should she have killed him when she had the chance? Well, we're going to find out in the next couple issues, in the next couple episodes. But overall, a fun start, a B of a story. It's a B. It's not A+ or A, but it's B. It's fun. It's serviceable, and it has Sonya in character, which I appreciate. It doesn't make her stupid. She's smart. She's assessing the situation as she's in it. And she's not too over the top. Like some people, when they don't know how to write Red Sonja, they make her over the top aggressive. The same thing they do with Conan, or they make her scream and everything. In this one, she's calm, she's controlled, she's a fighter, she's a warrior, and she's in control of whatever situation she's in. And that's when she's written well. And same with Conan, that's when he's written well. Not when they're just screaming maniacs and people are like, oh, look how savage they are. It's not the kind of savage. But overall, good start. A on the art. I really like the art. Again, B story, A art. We're going to give the first issue a B+ overall. It sets up enough where you're going to wonder what's going on in the next issue. Because you see the Black Tower's still there. Sonja's leaving. But the title's the Black Tower. You know she's going to get called back somehow. What's going to call her back? What's going to happen? And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Savage Saturday Comic Review and the beginning of this Red Sonja tale. Like I said, this is going to be 1 of 4. So for now, thank you so much for watching, and keep it casual.